Have you ever felt confused between the divine feminine and dark feminine energies? You're not alone. While both archetypes embody powerful aspects of womanhood, they operate from complementary but distinct energetic realms. In this video, we break down the real difference between divine feminine and dark feminine energy. And by the end, you'll have a clear understanding of when to call upon each. Let's dive in. The divine feminine and the dark feminine are often misunderstood, frequently depicted as opposites or even in opposition to each other. But here's the truth. They aren't opposites, they're sisters, each embodying different yet equally vital aspects of the divine feminine. So what's the real difference between them? First, let's talk about the divine feminine. When most people hear divine feminine, they think of airy, graceful, soft, maybe even a little naive energy. And while the divine feminine does include these qualities, it represents so much more. In fact, the divine feminine is the life force within us all. It's the creative, nurturing energy that brings new ideas into form. The divine feminine is all about growth, fertility, and creation. It's the energy of the maiden, the young girl who hasn't yet left her innocence, but carries within her the potential for deep magic. This archetype is represented by the moon in its waxing phase, growing towards fullness. Now let's turn our attention to the dark feminine. Where the divine feminine is light, the dark feminine is shadow. Where the divine feminine is often seen as soft, the dark feminine is powerful and strong. She isn't afraid to speak her truth, to set boundaries, or to fight for what she believes in. The dark feminine is the energy of the warrior, fierce and protective, willing to go into the depths of darkness to retrieve what has been lost. She is the wise woman, the crone who has faced her demons and emerged even stronger on the other side. This archetype is represented by the moon in its waning phase, releasing what no longer serves. You see, the divine and dark feminine aren't meant to be mutually exclusive. In fact, they complement each other beautifully. Think of it like day and night, sun and moon, or even your inhale and your exhale. Just as night follows day, the dark feminine emerges when the divine feminine is at its fullest. This isn't a bad thing. It's a natural and necessary part of the cycle. The dark feminine helps us to release what no longer serves us, to make space for new growth and creation. She is the yin to the divine feminine's yang, bringing balance and wholeness to our energy. Many women struggle with fully embodying both the divine and dark feminine energies. Often we're taught from a young age to stay in the light, to be sweet and agreeable, to avoid conflict, and to nurture everyone else's needs. We're rewarded for being little girls who don't make waves. As a result, many of us grow up without ever tapping into our dark feminine power. We may feel disconnected from our true selves, unsure how to assert our needs or stand up for ourselves. And that's disempowering. Here's the truth. Both the divine and dark feminine are sacred. Both are necessary for us to live a full and empowered life. The divine feminine teaches us how to love ourselves and others unconditionally, to nurture our creativity and bring our unique gifts to the world. Meanwhile, the dark feminine teaches us the power of setting boundaries, speaking our truth, and standing in our strength. She reminds us that we are capable of so much more than we think, that we can overcome any obstacle and emerge even stronger on the other side. So, which energy do you need in your life? The simple answer is you need both. Ideally, we want to integrate both the divine and dark feminine energies. However, there are times in our lives when one energy may be more dominant. For example, if we're feeling called to be more creative or to start a new project, it's time to tap into the divine feminine energy. If we're facing a challenge or need to set a boundary, it's time to call upon the dark feminine. Remember, the divine and dark feminine aren't just concepts. They're living energies within you, waiting to be called upon when the time is right. So which energy will you call upon today? Will you embrace the nurturing creativity of the divine feminine or the fierce power of the dark feminine? Maybe you need a little bit of both. The choice is yours. And whichever you choose, know that you are powerful beyond measure. You are a goddess in human form, and your energy has the power to change the world.